Stupid Sexy Twilight, written by the New York Brony, and as always, read for you by ASTRO BRONY. Sunset Shimmer seethed as she watched the 5 girls she had terrorized multiple times in the past few months strut around the cafeteria in those ridiculous pony ears and tails that were popular for some odd reason in the 9th grade. They were singing and dancing, getting everyone to go along with them, laughing along the way. It made her sick. All the work she had put into dividing up every group of friends, every clique, every so-called friendship at CHS, gone. Down the toilet, all for naught. And why? Because some goody two-shoes thought you could come from Equestria and steal her crown back? She emitted a low growl. Celestia be damned, she wasn't going to let that mare take what was rightfully hers. The song that they were singing was annoyingly catchy, and she couldn't help but get it stuck in her head. But even if it was a good song, there was no way that it was going to get everyone to vote for that Twilight sparkle. At least she hoped. It was stupid, peppy, and repetitive. But goddamn was it catchy. She presumed that Pinkie Pie was probably responsible for it, since the girl could make a song out of anything. For Celestia's sake, she even came up with a theme song for Taco Tuesday in 9th grade that everyone could be caught singing to this day. And sure enough, there was Pinkie Pie, singing what she assumed was the second verse, since everyone was already up and dancing by the time she had happened to pass by the cafeteria and catch a snippet of the atrocity that was unfolding before her eyes. Sunset turned away from the door and leaned against the locker. What was she going to do? She couldn't let this girl steal the crown from her. She barely knew a thing about this world. And who exactly was this Twilight Sparkle? Sure, she knew that she was the unicorn that had replaced her after she had left Equestria. And sure, she had ascended to becoming a princess. But that's all she knew about her. And why was Flash so interested in her? What did she have that Sunset didn't? Besides the crown she so desperately needed to fulfill her plans, and a few people around her that weren't lackeys. Just then, she heard a 6th voice join in the fray, singing a solo so pure and cutesy, it made Sunset sick. She pressed her face against one of the double glass doors that led into the cafeteria, and puffed her cheeks out when she saw who it was. Little Miss Perfect herself, Twilight Sparkle. Twirling around and singing at the top of her lungs like she was having the time of her life, wearing the same stupid outfit as the rest of her friends. Sunset had to admit she did look like she was having fun. She watched as Twilight got up on one of the tables and hit an impressive high note while holding it, her head pointed towards the ceiling. Okay, so that was awesome, to say the least. But Sunset was totally sure she could do a way better job hitting that note than she could. But it was still good. She'll give her that. Twilight hopped off the table and began dancing with the rest of the girls, laughing and smiling brightly along with them. Sunset had to admit she looked pretty cute. Sunset immediately shook her head. Ugh, what was she thinking? Twilight Sparkle? Cute? Not in a million years. But she found the way Twilight danced to be different from the rest of her friends. Like she put more heart and effort into it. Even more than Pinkie Pie. And that was saying something. She seamlessly pulled off the choreography as if it was just some meager homework given to her by Princess Celestia. She made it look so easy. She made it all look so easy. Having friends, being nice to people, doing good things. It was like a second nature to her. Destined or not, Twilight definitely had the makings of a princess. And that made Sunset very, very angry. She wanted to do things to Twilight for just being alive, like pulling her into that dimly lit corner all the way at the end of the hallway leading to the science labs and showing her who's boss. She'd push her against the wall, making sure to scare her a bit, And just when Sunset was satisfied with the terrified look in Twilight's violet doe eyes, she'd grab a fistful of her hair and pull her into the roughest kiss she'd ever had. Or trap her in the girls' locker room after everyone had left gym class and push her against the secluded shower wall, doing whatever she wanted to her while savoring the squeaks and moans the young girl would let out. She'd show that goody two-shoes no mercy, leaving marks all over her in places she couldn't cover up with makeup or a sweater, so that everyone could see them and know who really ruled the school. Sunset shook her head violently. Since when did she have thoughts about another girl like that? Let alone a girl she hated. Or at least thought she hated. Every time she looked into those cute, innocent violet eyes, she just wanted to shove her against the wall and kiss her. She made a mental note to find out why she liked being so rough with people and shoving them against walls later. She just wanted to mess her up a bit, tainting what Celestia worked so hard to mold. Fine, Twilight was cute. She had an endearing innocence about her. She was extremely underendowed, but a nearly flat chest wouldn't work or be tantalizing on anyone but her anyway. When she blushed, it was adorable, and when she smiled, Sunset couldn't help but feel some warmth in her heart. But she was still so incredibly annoying, and the fact that she now had an entourage of girls Sunset had broken up long ago surrounding her made it even more impossible for Sunset to even attempt to trap her somewhere alone. Sunset hadn't realized it, but when she finally came back from her somewhat angered and perverted thoughts, she realized that the impromptu performance was over. Straightening from her gawking position in the front of the door, she turned around just in time to see Snips and Snails dancing horribly in the same stupid ears and tail that Twilight and her stupid friends had on moments ago. "Take those off!" she snarled, causing them to hide the offending objects behind their backs. She smirked mischievously. "I have something I need you to do." Just as she led the way down the hall, an image of Twilight in that ridiculous getup flashed in her mind. The imaginary Twilight winked and blew her a kiss, causing Sunset to blush. She stopped in her tracks and mumbled to herself, "Ugh, stupid sexy Twilight." The end. That was Stupid Sexy Twilight. I hope you all enjoyed that one. This has been my first installment in the month of Bacon Hair, a month in which I will be reading nothing but Sunset Shimmer-based fanfictions. And in honor of the month of Bacon Hair, my good friend Zenna has made a lovely piece of art. Yeah, look at that. Isn't that funny? Oh, I don't know about you, but I just think it's hilarious. I have put a link to Zenna's Twitter page in the description so you can go take a look at our past, present, and future shenanigans. Aside from that, this is the first recording I am doing in New York because I just got home from college. Yeah, the semester just ended, so now it's time for summer where I can do probably a little more and better recording. Better timing and everything. Ooh, I'm rambling here. So yeah, other than that, I don't really have anything else to say. So until next time, this is ASTRO BRONY, signing off.